Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this video, something different during the international break. I've decided to troll through all of the League One squads and make a past Doncaster Rovers starting 11. Let's get this video started. So guys, welcome to this video. As I said in the intro, I've trolled through all of the squads in League One and found ex-Rovers players and decided to put them into a starting 11 to see how we get on this season with ex-players still playing for us. We do a League One review live stream every Sunday and it seems like every week I'm saying an ex-Rovers player scored, an ex-Rovers player set up. So the ideas come from there. A few people have asked for it, so let's get started. So what it is, we look at the potential League One team made up of past Doncaster Rovers players. A couple of stipulations: they must have played at least 10 games for the Rovers, they must have featured in at least one League One game this season, and we've got to put them into the formation that we currently play. So starting with the goalkeeper, there was a couple of options here. We've got Marco Morosi or Ellery Balcom, and I have gone with Marco Morosi. Reason for that, a bit of a fan favourite when he was at the Rovers, 78 appearances more than Ellery Balcom. Ellery was on loan as well, whereas Marco was one of our players. Current team for Marco is Shrewsbury Town, and 16 league appearances this season, conceded 22 goals, and he's got one clean sheet. Very good keeper for us when he played for us. On to the back four. At right back, Brad Halliday was an option with this one. But he's spent a lot of the season injured. I think even if he was available, I'd have still picked Matty Blair. Fantastic player. Would love to see him back in a Rovers shirt for sure. 139 appearances for the Rovers, 8 goals. Currently playing for Cheltenham, and he's had a decent start to the season. They've conceded a fair amount of goals, 26 goals in the 15 that he's played. 2 clean sheets though, and Matty's popped up with an assist and 2 goals. And goals and assists from the defence in League One, no team in League One could stiff at that. They'd take it for sure. So Matty Blair goes in at right back. The centre-back pairing was tough. Not many centre-backs that used to play for the Rovers play in League One. The first one that I've gone with is Paul Downing. He only played 18 games on loan for us. He's currently playing at Portsmouth and he's not really featuring for them either. 1 appearance this season, conceded 1 goal in that game. But when Paul played at the Rovers, I thought he was assured, I thought he was solid, and I think partnering up with Tom Anderson, who knows, I think we'd see the better side of Paul Downing and probably get more regular appearances as well. So Paul Downing goes in at centre-back. His centre-back pairing, great player for the Rovers, is Donovan Daniels. He didn't have a great time at the Rovers, gave away so many penalties, looked shaky most games. He only played 10 times on loan, currently playing at Crewe, 11 appearances this season, 22 goals conceded, 1 clean sheet. So the back four isn't looking too solid, especially that centre-back pairing at the minute. And moving on to left back, again, there's not many choices here in League One, but even if there were choices, Danny Andrew would be the one who I'd slot in there because just like Matty Blair, having a very good start to the season. 50 appearances for the Rovers, 4 goals, currently playing for Fleetwood Town. 15 appearances, conceded 26 goals, 1 clean sheet out of those 15 appearances. But it's at the other end of the pitch where Danny Andrews is making his mark with 6 goals and 3 assists from left back. Unreal on set pieces, very, very dangerous. So yeah, Danny Andrew definitely slots in at left back for me. Moving into the midfield, so the Rovers at the minute play 3 in midfield and then 3 up top, so I've gone with 3 centre midfielders. There's a bit more choice with midfielders in the league. You've got the likes of Madge Gomez, Scott Robertson who have played for the Rovers, Connor Grant, Herbie Kane, Jordan Houghton, so there's a couple of options in there. And for me, the first one to slot in is Herbie Kane. He was a great player at the Rovers. He's one of those loanees that you love to watch but hate to see leave. 38 appearances, 4 goals, and his time at the Rovers is fondly remembered. A very good midfielder. currently playing at Oxford. Not set the league alight like he did with Donny. Nine league appearances this season, no goals yet, but 2 assists. But yeah, in that midfield for the Rovers, he was just fantastic. I'd have him back tomorrow. To join Herbie in the centre of the midfield, I've gone with Connor Grant. Another loanee for the Rovers, 40 games played, 3 goals, and that was across 2 different loan spells. Currently playing for Plymouth, 15 appearances. He's having a very good season this season with 4 goals and 2 assists. So I think getting goals from the midfield is vital if you're going to do well in the league. So Connor Grant slots in at centre midfield. And to join him, is currently partnered with him at Plymouth, it is Jordan Houghton. Another loanee for the Rovers, 69 appearances, 1 goal. And for me, Jordan sits well as the anchor just in front of the back 4. And with Paul Downing and Donovan Daniels as the centre-back pairing, I think we do need that anchor for sure to protect them a little bit. And Jordan's doing well at Plymouth with 15 appearances, no goals yet, and 1 assist. So that will be the midfield 3 for me. Moving towards the top end of the pitch, right wing. Now, I may have missed somebody trawling through all of the squads, but I couldn't find a right midfielder who currently plays in League One who used to play for the Rovers. So we're playing somebody slightly out of position, but I think this guy's energy and determination will make up for being out of position, and that is little Alfie May. He's currently a striker at Cheltenham. He played 92 games for the Rovers, scored 10 goals. But for me, like I say, his energy and his determination, I think stick him on the right wing and he could cause problems for any left back in League One. 16 appearances this season for Cheltenham, 3 goals and 2 assists, so not a bad return on their first season back in League One. On the left wing, I've gone with Kieran Sadlier from Rotherham, 47 appearances for the Rovers, 14 goals. He was unreal the season before he left. I was very disappointed to see him leave. He seemed to find his groove at the Rovers and then understandably went for a team in a better position, a better league. Is now at Rotherham, but again, a little bit like Herbie Kane, not quite setting the league alight. 8 appearances, 1 goal, no assists. So another player that I would happily have back in the Rovers team. Kieran Sadlier, fantastic player just before he left for us. And that leads me to the striker. So we've got a couple of options, but stipulations kept some of these guys out. Your likes of Max Waters, he only played 5 games for the Rovers. Adebayo Akinfenwa only played 9 games. We've got Andy Williams, who's potential, Niall Ennis, who's potential, but I think you all know who this is going to be. A League One team of ex-Rovers players wouldn't be complete without John Marquis, absolute unreal marksman. 134 appearances for the Rovers, 61 goals, and for me, best striker since Billy Sharp to wear a Rovers shirt. Got some grief off of the fans when he played for us. I think every single fan would have him back tomorrow, 100%. And let me know in the comments down below if you would have him back or not. I would, definitely. No arguments about it. I'd have him in a Rovers shirt tomorrow. This season though, it's ticking over fairly nicely for John. 16 appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists. So he's contributing fairly well. But I think at Donny, a little bit like Kieran Sadlier, he found his groove, he found his place, and was performing very, very well. It's not quite happened on pastures new for them for whatever reason. But yeah, 61 goals in 134 appearances for the Rovers. He's got a slot in there for sure. So that's it for this video almost. So just a recap on the lineup. We have gone with Marco Morosi in goal, a back 4 of Matty Blair, Paul Downing, Donovan Daniels and Danny Andrew. Midfield 3 with Jordan Houghton as the anchor, Connor Grant and Herbie Kane to have a little bit more freedom going forwards. And then the front 3 of Alfie May on the right, Kieran Sadlier on the left and John Marquis leading the line at the top. So what I have done is I've looked at how many teams are represented. There's 8 teams represented in League One in this starting 11. I've added up the total wins, draws, losses, goals for, goals against and points, and then worked out the average, just divided it by 8, the mean average, to see whereabouts we'd be, a rough estimate. So total wins, draws and losses is 44, 37 and 45 for all 8 teams. So we average that out and we'd have 5.5 wins, 4.6 draws and 5.6 defeats with this squad in League One. Goals for 175, goals against 169, so that averages out at 21.9 goals for, 21.1 goals against, and total points across all 8 teams 169 points, so that gives us 21.1 points on average. So looking at the league table when I'm recording this video, 21 points sits us in 12th place, so we'd be smack bang mid-table with this squad. Do you think that's right? I think we're probably, my opinion, probably it's about there. I think a stronger defence would be needed to kind of get into that top 6. But yeah, 21 points, 12th position from this starting 11. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you think that's about right. But looking at this squad, would I change any players from our current squad? Would I put them in? There's one or two. I think Donovan Daniels would come out for Tom Anderson. Tom Anderson was very good last season. He's not quite so good this season, but I think with a solid defence around him, he'd find that form again. Potentially Paul Downing would come out for a fit Cameron John. Dahlberg, I'd say he's a better keeper than Marco. He's kept us in many a game this season. I'll try and slot Ethan Galbraith in the midfield, swap him out for one of those 3. I'm not sure which one. I think it'd be a rotational kind of thing because Ethan's a fantastic player. So potentially 3 or 4 players from our current squad that I'd try and slot in there. Tommy Rowe as well. I'd try and shoehorn him in the midfield as well. Just to try and add kind of a bit more attacking threat. But yeah, I think as a starting 11 from ex-Rovers players, that's not too bad. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And that's where this video will finish. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.